Hello, welcome back to another reading with me. This is a collective reading, so all the messages may not resonate with you. However, take what fits and leave what doesn't. Okay, so I am going to get started. Right from the start, we have 1111 on the bottom of the deck. So that might be a number that you're seeing a lot of lately. Says 1111 is an important number for twin flames, symbolizing harmony and balance in soulmates. Then right on that it says soul. Your soul is preparing to reestablish trust in the process. So seems the base or the root of this energy right now is about twin flames, a reunion of souls preparing to reunite. So you and your counterpart might be mirroring each other's energy right now, which means that you're energetically aligned, which is all divine timing is, just proper energetic alignment. So you're in the place, the right timing, divine timing for your connection to come online. Love can conquer everything. And the marriage of souls is the union of two divine opponents. So you and your person may seem like an unlikely couple, like you may not have a lot in common, but you energetically are aligned. You complement each other. You are made for each other. So this may have been one of the hindrances, one of the obstacles to your union. One or both of you thinking that the odds are against your connection coming together, like you don't have enough in common. How is this going to work? But all those are like superficial things, right? It's time to think about everything you appreciate in your partner and reconciliation. Time to reconcile with yourself. So with twin flames, you have to realize that you do have to be careful or conscious of the thoughts you have about your twin flame, any judgments that you pass on them, because you all are a reflection of each other. The things that you're thinking about this person or you're seeing in this person, those are actually things that are within you. They are your mirror. They mirror to you things that you need to heal. Areas in your life where you need to, I guess, pay attention to certain things, fix certain things, change certain things. Areas in your life where you've been holding yourself back. When they reject you, they're not really rejecting you. They are essentially rejecting themselves, but also they're a mirror to areas where you're rejecting yourself. Telepathy. So you may be experiencing a lot of that with this person. Let's see. Let's finally get some cards out here. Just been shuffling the whole time. Okay. So we have tests. Ooh. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested. So you are coming to the end of this. It may seem like things are getting harder, more complicated, more obstacles, overwhelming. You're being tested. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested right now. You just gotta see it through. It's like, I don't know if you run or anything, but I don't like running. But every time I had to do a run for my fitness test, it was always that last quarter mile was the hardest for me because I could see the end and it just seemed like that's when it got harder. And like I had really pushed through and I was just like, the end is there, the end is there. I just gotta keep going, almost there. Probably the worst minute of my life, worst 2 minutes of my life, that last quarter mile. But yeah, it just seemed like that was the hardest part. And I feel this is what this is about, right? Coming to the end. And they do say it is darkest before dawn. So I didn't take it because I wasn't sure which one to take. So like a couple of them flipped between my fingers. So boundary. Having sensible boundaries is important. So you may have put up boundaries with this person. They're learning about boundaries that they need to put up as well. So, and moving forward, I think there's a lessons that both of you had to learn. Setting boundaries. Moving forward, when the two of you reconcile, it is important to maintain healthy boundaries in your connection, to maintain a healthy connection. You may have been overgiving. This person may not have been giving enough. But you gotta set those boundaries and maintain them so you don't lose yourselves in the connection. And this may have been something that this person feared with the intensity of your connection. May have felt like they were losing themselves when they're with you. They give in to the connection based on how intense it is. And as a result, they pulled back or they didn't give. They tried to like penny pinch, control how much of themselves they put into the connection, breadcrumbing you, etc. And in this unhealed space, every time they pulled away, you may have given more and more. So I feel like you did learn a lesson in setting healthy boundaries. And when this person pulled away, you stopped giving. You stopped pouring. You stopped chasing them or trying to get them to come back. Like you release, let go the reins when they pulled away. Guilty. Ooh. Don't let guilt get in the way of your happiness. So I do feel this is where this person's at. It's like looking back at their actions, the way they handle the situation. Maybe feeling guilty for things that they've done in the connection, not have had this clarity. Maybe even thinking that they're not worthy of a second chance with you. Third, fourth, fifth, whatever number you're on. And this may be something that was holding this person back. Even if they thought about coming forward or saying something, feeling like they don't deserve it. Feeling guilty for the way they treated you. And then they step back. And then we have twin flames again, and then illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaking fantasy for a real soul connection. So that could be part of the guilt as well. Part of the whole pushing and pulling back and forth. There may have been another connection. It could have been while they were in this connection with you, or it could have been from their past where they felt like they had once thought that they found their person and it turned out to be an illusion. So now they're scared. Or they were scared when they connected with you, and the intensity of the feelings. Like, what if this is another false thing? It's not real again. But for some, there was a third party situation, which I'm getting is over right now, is over or wrapping up. But the intensity of your connection rattled this person because they were in another connection and they thought that person was their twin flame, they had a deep soul connection, and they're realizing that it was an illusion. This person was just a lesson, a karmic lesson, a stop on their journey. Part of the lessons that they had to learn in terms of setting boundaries, their individual growth. And they may have chosen that person over you. They're feeling guilt about what it is they put you through because of that person, because they thought that person was their person. They thought they were doing the honorable thing by protecting that person, protecting that connection, but in reality, that was not their person. And they end up hurting the person that they're meant to be with. Yeah, this. It's like they hurt their blessing for something or someone who was merely a lesson. Trust. You need trust in a relationship for it to thrive. So that's what was missing, right? Number one, this person did not trust themselves, so they were not able to trust your connection. And it's not a matter of you not being able to trust you, because I don't feel like you did anything to make this person think you're not trustworthy. It's because they could not trust themselves. They couldn't trust the connection. And therefore, even if you gave this person the world, they would not trust it. They would find something wrong, think you had an ulterior motive. Right? So in this space, there was a lot of healing that was necessary for both of you. I don't think there's anything you could have done or given to this person that they would not have been suspicious of. But that has nothing to do with you. That has a lot to do with their unhealed hurt from past relationships, maybe even from childhood. They're used to transactional or conditional love. And it could be every time that they've gotten hurt, obviously it was going to be from somebody they let close, because if it's not somebody you're connected to or somebody you let in, their behavior is probably not going to hurt you. It might irritate you, but it can't hurt you. Emotionally, at least. But then trust is needed in this connection. Both of you need to trust that the past is the past and that you're going to move forward. They know they broke your trust. That's adding to the guilt. They know you don't trust them anymore. You're not going to trust their words, their actions. And there may have been a time where you trusted this person implicitly, explicitly, implicitly, whatever you want to say. Basically, you would have trusted whatever this person told you or did. And just believe that they had good intentions, even if you don't understand what they were doing. You would have trusted that this person would never do anything to hurt you. But based on their actions, I feel like this person does feel, and you may have even expressed that to them, that you do not trust anything that they do or say. And that might be frustrating for them, especially if they know that they're being honest. So if this person comes in and tells you about their feelings, you might not trust that. And I don't think this person is upset with you. I think they're more upset with themselves for that, because they know they did that. They put themselves in that position in your life. Clarity. Take a moment to think about your situation to figure it out. So they do want to bring clarity, but they're also getting clarity. I feel like this person was in a very emotional place, emotionally overwhelmed, so they were not able to think clearly. They may have been thinking that they're making rational choices or logical choices, but they were not. They were actually making very emotional choices. Okay, so I'm going to clarify it a little bit, see what else is in the tarot, what the tarot wants to tell us about these messages. Let's see. Ace of Wands. Ooh, so Ace of Wands clarifying test. This is a beautiful new beginning. The fact that this wand is lit, it is just there for the taking, right? So it is already in the works. It's just some things are being wrapped up to get you there. The final push to this new beginning. And the 10 of Pentacles. So that's just clarifying everything I've said already in terms of the final push, that test at the end where things seem harder. There is something beautiful at the end of that. And the number 11. See, boundaries. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So that is interesting. That is clarifying the boundaries, having sensible boundaries. So yeah, this person is going to come in with their emotions, this offer that they're going to give you. But now that you've had these healthy boundaries, you've set these boundaries, I think it's putting you in a place where you're not going to just dive right in, fall for whatever it is they're going to tell you. This person's charm, this may be a very charming, charismatic person, where typically they could just come in, say all this beautiful words, make you feel good type thing, make you all these promises, and you just be like, oh my God, yes, just fall head over heels. The guidance here is to maintain your boundaries. You know, let this person show you their intention, not just tell you, but show you with consistency, action, consistency, and maintain those boundaries. Don't let them charm you out of your pants, unless that's what you want. Yeah, King of Swords, right? So the way this person, this king here, has all this energy around him, this is like containing your energy. It's not about being cold, but it's about maintaining rational thought. Don't get swept away in the emotions. And no matter how much you love this person, remain grounded. You know, if they make these promises, ask for details. Don't settle for ambiguity. It's like, what exactly do you want? Where exactly do you see this connection going? What are your plans? How do you plan on making that happen? What is your timeline? What is the time frame? Because you also don't want this person to make you promises and you're all here waiting for 6-7 years for them to deliver on those promises. And also boundaries, remember that the boundaries are for you, to protect you. They're not to control the other person. So it's not like you're giving this person an ultimatum. You're saying, this is how I want to be treated. This is what I accept. And it's on you whether or not you want to meet those expectations, whether or not you're willing to meet those expectations. But I'm not about to change my requirement, what I want for my life, what I need in order to feel safe, emotionally fulfilled in a relationship, just because you're not willing to give it. So with the guilt, 7 of Wands, yeah, this guilt has been eating this person up. So it's like overcoming it, right? So this is part of the reason why your connection has not come back online yet. It's still in the final stages of coming back online, in the 3D at least. They need to overcome this. There's some things that they need to overcome still. And that includes other people's opinions as well. So this person has been getting advice on your connection from other people. They may have thought that it was sensible advice, but it's like if you're asking for advice on a connection that other people have not experienced, a kind of love that they have not experienced before, they're not likely to give you the best advice. They may think they're giving you advice, good advice, but you do have to understand, if you're surrounded by people who've also been hurt, they're operating in the same low vibrational energy, stock energy that created the problem you're in right now, they can't really give you advice from any place other than that hurt. Unless they've healed that part of them, they're gonna give you advice from that same place of hurt. And it may resonate with you. You may be like, you know what, that sounds like good advice, because you're also hurt. You're also in that place of heartbreak, in that energy. So the Hanging Man. Yep. It's about letting go of the past, letting go of the things that hurt you, letting go of the guilt, seeing things from a different perspective. Enlightenment. Seven of Swords. Interesting that it comes out to clarify trust. There was certainly some sneakiness going on, some deception. You can't build a relationship where there is no trust. You can't build a relationship without trust. Whether it's trusting in the relationship, trusting in the other person, trusting in yourself. And it's difficult to trust somebody else if you don't trust yourself. So approaching a relationship with someone where you off the bat, you're just being strategic with them, it's laying a foundation of lack of trust. That's not where you want to start this relationship. And if you're in a relationship with someone and you feel like you always have to, I don't know, hide information, trying to find information so that you have the upper hand, to give you an upper hand, that's not a relationship you need to be in, or you're not ready to be in a relationship. Because your partner is supposed to be, well, your partner, the person who's by your side, someone you can count on and trust. And if you're over here trying to have the upper hand, trying to have a trump card to play just in case they play you when they haven't given you any signs that they're going to do that, you're starting off on a bad note. It's like you're setting your relationship up for failure. You've already decided it's going to fail before it's even started. You're not giving that person a fair chance either. So it's like you're treating the person you're supposed to be in a relationship with, or you're trying to be in a relationship with, like they are your enemy, like they are the adversary. And if you do not trust that person, why are you trying to be in a relationship with them? So we have the Star, again, healing. Have hope, faith, and be open, be clear, be transparent about what it is you want from each other in this connection. But this lack of trust, again, if you can't trust people, it's because you don't trust yourself. It points to something that needs to be healed in you. Something that you need to work on. And if you can't get there, then you probably are not ready to be in a relationship with another person. Because the thing is, if you don't trust that person, you don't trust yourself, and you're going off of past experiences, the slightest thing that that person does that triggers the memory of something somebody else did to you in a past relationship, you're going to assume that, you know what, I've seen this already, I've seen this before, this is what they're doing. They're doing the same thing. And that may not be the case. That person may be innocent, but your perception of what they're doing based on past experiences is coloring your vision. And you create this entire issue in your head that's not even an issue. For a simple example could be, yeah, this person is acting secretive, but they could simply be trying to plan a surprise for you, a surprise party or something for you. And they don't want you to know because clearly it's a surprise. And you're like, you know what, something about their behavior is sneaky. And you automatically think that this person is being unfaithful. And why? It's not because they gave you a reason to think they're being unfaithful. It's because in past relationships or the experiences that you've had, when the person was being sneaky, it turned out that they were cheating. So it's like you're judging that person based on what others have done. You're not giving them a fair chance. You haven't allowed them to fail or succeed on their own. Also, if you've made it this far, I would really appreciate it if you like the video. Thank you. Okay, so clarity, we got 6 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. So again, with the clarity, think about your situation. 6 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. This is again the past. How is the past influencing the things from the past that you're holding on to? How is it influencing the way you're showing up in relationships, how you showed up in this connection, how they showed up in this connection, etc. The Four of Pentacles is giving me about someone trying to be in control. It's like, but they're using the past and their past experiences as a benchmarker. Using this as the control. And when I say control, I'm talking about like in terms, when we talk about, let me see, in terms of like an experiment, when we do scientific experiments, you have a control that you measure everything off of. The control is usually the fact, the unchanging thing. And you determine, so it's, then you have your independent variables and your dependent variables. So yeah, I just fell up into nerd speak, but anyway, that's pretty much what I'm getting here, the getting clarity, realizing where you are basing past experiences, childhood experiences, to determine current factors in your relationships, making decisions based on those experiences. Even if you're not consciously aware of it, in psychology we call those like your core beliefs. They're typically formed around age 6, childhood. What are the things that you believe subconsciously about yourself, about relationships, etc., that are influencing the actions you're taking in current relationships? Two of Pentacles. Okay, so again, getting clarity, which means eliminating things that are not aligned with your way of thinking, aligned with your life, aligned with the life that you want, aligned with the person you want to be, the way you see yourself, letting go of those beliefs, those past experiences. It's not saying forgetting them, it's forgiving yourself, forgiving the other person, taking the lessons learned from them and letting them go, not letting them control you or your life. Yep, we got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom here. So this is how you change things around, and things are being turned around in this connection, because we got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. There is a heart alignment happening, healing, and then I am going to pull these twin flame no contact messages card just to get some closing messages that I don't understand. Again, just talk about clarity. This person does not, or they did not understand the connection, what they were feeling, why you were the way you were, why you showed up the way they showed up. They don't understand all of the stuff that's been going on because it's not making any logical sense. And the twin flame connection is not logical. It is a very spiritual thing, and you have to approach it from your heart space. I'm getting all these core beliefs, all these outdated beliefs that this person had about love and life and relationships. Your connection was just not falling into those definitions. It was not congruent with it, and it was confusing for them. They didn't know what to do with it. The writings on the wall. I have to risk it all for you. A worthy gamble. The thought of you with someone else scares me. And can we just talk? Well, in order to get clarity, you're gonna have to talk, right? Okay, it's perfectly safe to embrace love. Allow your heart to open and welcome love in. So this goes back to the boundaries that you've set. It also talks about this person having to let go of the past, their past relationships, experiences that they have been holding back when it comes to love, using past relationships and experiences to judge your connection and about how they decide how they move and show up in your connection. This person has been protecting their heart, and they have unfortunately put you in a position where you now protect your heart from them, which is causing some guilt for them. Right? So this message is for the both of you. But I do feel this person is learning that they need to let you in. Like, I followed my head, but now I realize I should have followed my heart. Ooh, ta-da. Lessons learned. Living in my mind rent-free. They're having all sorts of thoughts about you. Good thoughts, sad thoughts, guilty thoughts. Thoughts that's scaring them, like you moving on with somebody else. And why do I do this? Whenever I care for someone, I somehow manage to sabotage everything. So they're doing some introspecting. And I choose you. Will you choose me? That is what they want to talk about. Will you choose me? Because they fantasize about your life together, and this person is saying, I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I won't give up on us. Even if the sky gets rough, we're worth it. All right. And you deserve it all. Okay, so this person has definitely been thinking about where your connection is going. Sounds like an interesting conversation to be had. All right, so we got here settlement, agreement, and compromise. All right. Single. Ooh, current status, available. So if your person was in another connection, telling you they are single. But with this fading of, or I would say spreading of the color, I say they're single but not fully single, so they may not be fully single. They might be finalizing a divorce, or there's like some assets that they need to settle with this person. We're talking about settlement and coming to an agreement. There may be some children involved where they have to for child custody, etc., child support. Or this person might just not be fully emotionally available right now. They are working on that. Almost there. And I did say there were children involved. So we got children, young, childhood, playful. And then we got triggers, name, car, place. All right. So they may be seeing your name in all these different places, seeing the car that you drive, etc. And this could also just be some of the things that they need to settle in terms of assets. I don't know, for some reason I'm hearing somebody, there's like part of the settlement agreement or compromise that they're coming up with this person. Here is their name change. If it's somebody they were married to, this person is wanting to keep the name, keep the last name. Them not wanting to keep the last name. Maybe changing their children's name. I don't know, but something about a name change is part of this agreement. And we got interlude, pause, timing factor. And let's get one more to close this up. Racing. So we got running and avoiding. This person has been doing that, but this racing is giving racing coming in. Whew. They're trying to come in. Ooh, what's that? Okay, so there's a horse emblem. Is that a Ferrari? I think it's Ferrari. It's a Ferrari and Bronco and Mustang. Those are the three I know that have horses as emblems. But yeah. So this person is coming running in their racing. It's like a race against time. They feel like they're running out of time. This person might be a runner. They enjoy running. I know I gave the analogy about running earlier, but yeah. Okay, and then we have drama queen and retaliation. Oh, and the divine feminine crickets. All right, so this gives a little bit more insight, which I said I'm closing out this reading, so I'm not going to go too much into detail in that one. But this person that they are having this settlement with here, or they need to come to a compromise with. Oof, drama queen. She's causing chaos in this person's life, putting up smoke screens is what I'm seeing here. And she may know about this divine feminine because there's some retaliation, wanting revenge. If this divine masculine told her about you, whether she knows you or not, or she thinks you're the reason that their relationship is ending, their marriage is ending, whatever. This is giving a very unhealed energy. Because of the sunglasses, tell me she's not seeing clearly. So this masculine might be concerned about her retaliating against you. Then we got silence and non-action. So the silence between the two of you might be because of that, if he's not taking action. He's trying to placate her, like he's being very strategic about moving forward. And that may be why I could say he's single, but he's not fully single. He's not ready to come in because there's some things that need to be dealt with. Interesting. But anyway, this is where I close this out. I may go further into this. I typically don't like exploring karmic energy. I don't like to give them that attention, but I may go into it later. I don't know yet. But yeah, this is where I close out this reading, and thank you for joining me. If you could like the video, that would be awesome. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.